pants trimmed in red. Owensboro Red Devils with the red jersey trimmed in white. White pants trimmed in red and black. We're ready to get it going from Ranch Stadium.
Excuse me, Owensboro's been working on a new kickoff, Scott, so I look for something big right open.
Showtime as the foot is to the football, and it'll hit on a one-hop to Monday at the 7th. Philip ahead to the 10, comes up 15-20, out to the 25-yard line.
Didn't expect it to hop, though, Scott. It hit it right there. I tell you what, as cold as that area is, the ball is definitely not going to carry very far in a kicking game.
All right, the Red Devils will take over, and again, they have the football at their own 20.
That's right up Owensboro's alley. Now they slide the defense down. They're in the same defense that Owensboro runs, slant 6.
Kevin Watkins splits to the left. Owensboro with a slot right. Split backs behind Pat Hume on a 1st and 10. The give will be to Philip Monday, sweeping right behind Buck. He fumbled the football. Did he get it back or did Lafayette get it? Phil got it back. Nobody hit him. He just dropped the ball, and it laid there just, for what must have seemed like an eternity to Larry Moore. Have brought Mark Church in at a tight end and Scott Speed at the other end. They'll go with an eye and a slot to the right. Give will be Vince Buck coming to the right side. Make that Philip Monday. Breaks off a tackle. No, he didn't get away from it. He'll go down to 20. Looked like he was going to pop out of there, but he was dropped in the secondary by number 42, Tom Coates, who we'll be talking about a lot about tonight.
Type of a counter play here because you don't want to make a turnover here.
Schmid with about 15 to the left. Red Devils in the slot left, and an eye behind Pat Hume, the junior under center. Will roll back. It is a draw play to Philip Monday looking for room. Comes to the 20, out to the 25. He's tripped up, or he might have gotten it. He got out to the 30-yard line. It was an excellent call, as you called it there, Steve All, but not quite enough. He was tripped up and goes down to 30 to gain it.
When he gets a cranked up look out, you got a locomotive.
Brent Robertson to punt it away. Now, line of scrimmage is the 30, and Gay, the quarterback, is back to return the kick. Much like as Orchard was offside. That may be enough for the first down.
It's going to be close, Scott.
5 yards will be very close. It was Lunsford who jumped offside. He was going to come and try to block it, apparently, because he was trying to scoot to the outside. Across the 35, and the ball is just short of the 35.
Doing the right thing here, Scott. Go and kick that thing away.
Robertson to punt it. Lafayette looks like at least they want to try and come around the end. Long count, trying to get him to jump again. Lafayette didn't, so Roberts hits it out of there. Good spiraling punt. It'll be fielded. A big hit by Scott Goodwin, I believe. No, it's Keenan Young. Keenan Young, who just drilled the quarterback Gage, back Matt Gage, 6 feet, 165 senior. The fullback Tom Coates, he's 6'1", 180 and a senior. Mark Lunsford, 6 feet, 185 and a senior, is the tailback. Quick pitch back. They're going to throw the halfback option on first down. They've got a man back there. Vic Johnson will make the catch to the 30. He may be gone. To the 20. Phil Monday can't catch him. It's a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage.
I tell you, Scott, they really had that one souped up, ready to go. I tell you, and everybody in the park knew it was coming except for poor old defensive back there.
On to add the extra point is T.T.
Going to miss this one, Scott. Oh, he got it off.
He just barely did get it off, and it's good once he got it off.
He dribbled back.
7-0 Lafayette. Back in a minute on WBJS.
Professionals gave most of you your stars.
24-hour record service anywhere in the city. They repair all makes and models, foreign and domestic. In fact, there's no job too big or too small for Cameron's Body Shop. And they'll even give you a freeloader car for as long as the job takes. So if you know someone like Milton who needs a little work in the body department, send them to Cameron's Body Shop, 1720 Sweeney Street, Owensboro, Kentucky.
Philip Monday fields the kickoff at the 14-yard line and gets it out to the 28, but ended up doing more east-west than north-south, and that's where the Red Devils will start from.
I gotta tell you what, excuse me, Scott, let's just
go, and the Red Devils fell behind early, but came back to win it. Let's see how their resiliency stands tonight. Owensboro has Pat Newton lined up in the backfield. Flags going everywhere. Newton, who hasn't played much offense all year, is lining up as a fullback and wearing number 31 tonight. Scott Schmid goes at one end. Newton lines up as the fullback in the power eye. Buck is the stand-up tailback. Vince will get it, comes to the right side, hits for a couple of yards. Not much there, going off tackle.
Scott, they really got those for plays. They've always 9 people on the line of scrimmage. They got 6.
Action being brought to you, of course, by your friends at Mayfair Pharmacy. Red Devils go with a wing to the right. And again, Buck is the stand-up tailback. Give will be to Vince Buck. Comes in, steps through a couple of people, breaks the tackle at the 30, comes out to the 35, up to about the 36. Red Devils will have third and reasonable.
Golly, Scott, every time he touches that ball, it's like electricity, isn't it? You know, he
popped the ball back at the 35, so it'll be a 3rd and 3. Now the Red Devils line up in a double wing and shift out of it, and Buck's going to end up as the off-back. They're going to give it to Philip Monday. He's following Buck's lead. I don't think he got there.
Well, it's going to be close, Scott, but I'm like you. I think he's going to be about a yard short.
He's a yard short. So the Red Devils playing it very close to the vest. They're going to have to kick it away. 2 yards on the carry for Phil Munson. And Brent Roberts is in to hit his second punt of the night.
Can't have any offsides here, Scott. Will give Owensboro a first down.
Snap comes back. Roberts has got it. Gets the punt out of there. High punt. Gay comes up to take it. He'll hit it. Fumble. The Red Devils got it.
31. That's
Pat Newton. Pat Newton came up with the football as Gay tried to once again field it in. He should have fair caught both of them. The first time he got drilled. This time he got drilled and coughed it up. That could be Mark Church and Kevin Watkins line up as the tight ends out of the power eye with Monday as the stand-up tailback. They'll fake it, and they'll give it on a counter play to Vince Buck. He's got the corner, he's to the 30, and Vince will cut it inside to about the 27. So for the first time in this game, the Red Devils will have a second and short instead of a second and long.
Oh, these calls, Scott, are fun to call here. This is when everybody on the bench has got a suggestion here.
Vince got 8 on first down. Defensive line as soon as they get an opportunity because they, of course, have done a fine job for this Owensboro team all year. Buck is the stand-up tailback out of the power eye, ends in tight. Give will be to Vince Buck on a delayed, and I think the Red Devils may have their first down. Depends on the spot, as he was kind of set backwards. Now they're not going to give him a nice spot here. He'll be short.
Oh, me. I thought he had it too, Scott. I don't know. I still think he had it.
Now pick on ball here,
I
Coach.
think it's a great call, Scott, because look how many people are on line of scrimmage. They only got one back freed up.
Let's see what the Red Devils do. Out of the power eye, 3rd and inches at the 25 of Lafayette. They fake it inside counter to Monday, and they barely got the first down. They were hoping, I guess, that something broke inside. And as they faked the pitch wide to Buck. They got the first down. That's all that really matters.
Scott, the guard just couldn't get there. I tell you what, if the guard had...
City Hall City, and they are in Larry Moore's eyes. What a fine unit. 1st and 10 at the 24.
Scott, they're really stacking that backfield up. They're going to throw the flood pass early.
Drops back, throws it off short, it's incomplete.
Oh, good throw there, Scott. Good throw there because everybody was covered up. The flood was covered. Hey, you got another player. Don't throw it up and make a mistake now.
Watkins is the wide receiver for the Red Devils. He goes out to the right. They'll put Monday in a slot right and go with split back. Behind Pat Hume. Straight ahead handoff to Vince Buck. He just hits for 2 or 3. So the Red Devils are going to have a 3rd and about 7.
Things are really clogged up inside, Scott. I think they're going to have to throw the football to loosen that thing up because right now Lafayette is playing a 6-man. Some people are calling it a 53, but it's a 6-man front with 4 linebackers, and they're freeing up man on.
Scott Douglas is now in as a tight end. We haven't seen much of him playing offense this year. Out of the power eye, Red Devils with the ends in tight. Pat Hume, long count, fakes the draw, counter play to Vince Buck, halfback option, he's going to keep it, turns it up and is tripped up from behind. He's ridden down at the 20-yard line. Vince has the option there, and instead of throwing it, he decided to take off. Watkins to the wide receiver to the left. Scott Douglas the tight end to the right. Maurice White lines up in the backfield. Hume drops straight back, looking to throw. He's going deep. He's got Monday wide open. Phil waits for the ball. Catches it at the 5. Cuts back inside. Showtime. He is in.
What a run by Phil Monday, Scott, after he got the football.
He had to wait forever for it to come down, so much like the pass against Shelby County last week. Automatic Mark Freer, who has hit 25 consecutive extra points.
Won't they just let him have it, Scott? Heck, fire. Why waste all the time?
Owensboro doing it again when they line up all the way to the far side of the field, and then they come on to attempt the line moves into blocking position. Hume holding the ball down. Freer kicks it up. He missed it.
Oh, my goodness.
He hooked it. The streak ends at 25, and Lafayette leads 7-6. Back in a minute on WBJS.
For help in mind. Medical Center Pharmacy. 1102 Triplets.
Knuckling kickoff will be fielded by Coach at the 10. Comes ahead 15-20, and he'll be knocked down at the 28-yard line.
Fumble, Scott, I believe. Nope.
Yeah, he did fumble it, but the officials are showing us that Lafayette got it back. I think Lunsford may have... No, Coach got the ball back himself. Okay. But you're right, it did. And now, Lafayette lines up, and again, that quarterback is Matt Gay. He'll have Coach and Lunsford lining up behind him in the eye. They'll run out of a slot to the right. Gibbleby Lunsford comes to the right. Stuffed. He dropped the football. The Red Devils have it.
Owensboro's got it, Scott.
The Red Devils have the football. He was stuffed. I think that it was Patrick Newton or Carlos Phillips. One of the two got up there to stuff him, and Chris Rummage came out of there with the football. At 26 on a 1st and 10, trying to get the lead, trailing 7-6. Wing right. They'll send a man in motion. That's Philip Monday out of the eye. They'll give it straight ahead to Scott Goodwin, trying to fool him, going to the fullback. You know, Scotty will carry the ball about once or twice a game. They got a 17-yard touchdown out of that play against Christian County. This time it'll only get them 2, and it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Scott, it's probably a good call, though, because, you know, they're really keen. Did you see the whole...
Pat Newton, who's in at fullback, now lines up at a wingback, still talking with his quarterback, Pat Hume, and Vince Buck lines up as the fullback. On the 2nd and 8 call at the 24, Newton goes in motion. Quick pitch to Philip Monday, going the other way. Gets a good block from Buck. He gets to the corner, will be stopped short of the first down. by about a yard or two. Let's see where they say he went out of bounds. I think it's going to be the 18, and he'll probably need 2 yards on this. Goodwin, Monday, and Buck are the running backs. Buck will be in the tailback slot out of the power I on a 3rd and 2 at the Lafayette 18. The give will be Vince Buck. Left side hits in, has the first down to the 14-yard line. Just power football. Running behind big Rob Winstead. A good block also by Scotty Goodwin. And Buck laying that big body across on one end. Douglas at the other end, but they're inside. Out of the power I with Pat Hume barking out the signal at the Lafayette 14. Quick pitch. Vince Buck comes to the right side. Had a little trouble with the handle. Now gets his hands on it. He'll go to the 10, where he's knocked out of bounds. May have gotten to the 9. It's on the far side of the field, so we'll have to wait until they unpile. They're going to give him the 9-yard line. That's right. To the right side.
Everything else has been to the right side.
And that's that all-city right side we talked about earlier. They're going to give it to Phil Monday. He dropped the football. It's fumble. I think it's all Lafayette on it. Although the Red Devils are saying they got it. It looked like it fell into a crowd of white shirts. Phillips just dropped the ball again. It's the second time he's fumbled it without being touched. Owensboro, now Pat Hume says with surety that they got it. Pat Newton's on it down there.
Buddy, I tell you what, he's a magnet to the football, Scott. I mean, just a magnet. Everything's just steel.
Pat Hume doesn't like what he sees. The Red Devils will use the fullback, and the Red Devils don't run the fullback much. Monday's the tailback. They've got a slot to the left. Quick pitch. No, they give it to Monday. Trying to get to the corner. He's not going to make it. They'll run him out of bounds short of the first down at the 6.
I don't think he got any gains, Scott. I tell you what.
He got about 2. They're going to put it down to 6.
Well, I tell you what, Scott, they're going to be about a very long yard short.
Because he'd hit 25 in a row. Will now have little more than an extra point, although he's got a bad ankle on it. Red Devils got to burn another timeout. They're sending the offense back in.
I think
short by a couple inches.
Oh, me.
That must be 2 inches. Generals will start this drive from their own 4-yard line, and they cannot afford another turnover.
I don't even know. I'm not sure if they'll get this play off, Scott.
They're lining up with 5 seconds to play in the quarter. You're right. I don't think they're going to get the snap off either. Lafayette underneath center. Well, maybe they will. Yes, they will. Last play of the quarter. They give it to Coates. He's tripped up. Now he's breaking tackles, but he only gets to the 6 before Carlos Phillips puts him down. The end of the first quarter, it's Lafayette 7, Owensboro 6. Don't go away. Sales, Cardinal Federal Savings and Loan, Cameron's Body Shop, and of course Owensboro Davis County Hospital. First play of the second quarter. Big hole for Coates. He steps through people to the 10, 15, out at the 20, and Carlos Phillips unloaded on it. Back at the 19. It'll be a first down. I don't know how they got a hole that wide open, and then Coates just stopped, which could have been bigger, but Coates stopped. It's a 1st and 10 for Lafayette. The Generals go out of the eye. They'll give it to Lunsford. He's hitting the backfield, drilled again, and I don't know how he held on to that football. Well, it's the second time he's got the football, and it's just been literally undressed by Patrick Newton.
Boy, is he quick, Scott. He is all over the football field.
Not want the football anymore.
Well, I tell you what, though, Lafayette is extremely quick up front, too, Scott.
2nd and 9 at the 20. They'll give it to Coates. Oh, is he stuffed? Scotty Goodwin is in there. He tried to cut back. The hole was just totally taken out, and there was nowhere for him to go. He started going down, and Goodwin finished him off.
He might air this thing out here, Scott.
High formation. They'll split one receiver and go with the slot the other way. Gate, play action fake. Peanuts White is after him. He sacked him inside the 10-yard line. The designated sacker for the Red Devil defense, Maurice White, comes through with the sack back at the 7-yard line.
Should get excellent field position.
Bruce White has to punt from about 7 yards deep in his end zone.
Scary feeling back there, Scott.
He got it out of there. A flag is down. It'll one hop and be picked up by Monday at the 45. Phil looks for a block, delays to the 40, comes to the 35, Phil to the 25, outside the 20. Monday looks for room to go to the outside, he's to the 15, and is tripped up by the punter at the 10. Who is the flag on?
We got 2 hankies out there, though, Scott. We got 2 hankies.
Hard line. First, let's call it 1st and goal for OHS. If they can get a first down, it's at the 1-inch line. On a 1st and goal. It's a reverse to Phil Monday. Didn't fool anybody. They ain't gotten a yard.
Well, Scott, if they give it to the first back, he's still been running. There's just one of those plays that, and as the coach are standing over going, well,
early on against Northwestern State, Eddie Sutton's debut, the Red Devils, 2nd and goal at the 9. Vince Buck takes it, comes to the right side. It's to the 5. He's inside the 5, down to about the 2 or 3. I'm with you, Bear. Just give it to that big guy and let him go.
Coach, where do you want to run? Number 36, wherever he wants to.
I think they're going to put him down. 2 Lafayette turnovers have been the story in this first half after they hit a big play early on. Out of the eye. 3rd and goal at the 1. Vince Buck, right side, hits into a pile. He didn't get there.
He's stuck there to Scott. Now here's decision time.
Again, I think they'll go for it again. I think they're showing they're going to go for it.
I'm not sure, Scott. He might kick the field goal.
I'm looking for Mark Freer, and he's nowhere near coming onto the field right now.
I think he'll kick the field goal here.
Don't get it in. Will it deflate your sail? Out of Out of the power I, Buck will be the tailback, so we expect to see him with the football. Hume under center. Gives it to Buck. No, he keeps it on the bootleg. He got in. It was well defensed by Vic Johnson, but Pat Hume showed his athletic ability. He stood up, looked at Johnson, faked outside, went inside, and the Red Devils have the lead.
Stuck it in, Scott. Great call over there. I tell you, I want to go one shade or the other, but they're going to go from right in the middle.
All right, Red Devils will line it up out of the power I. They need 3 yards. They've got double wide receivers, twins to the right. Hume drops straight back. He's looking to throw. He's lofted it out there for Vince Buck. It's knocked away by Lunsford. Nice defensive play. Red Devils lead 12-7. Back in a minute on WBJS.
This is the story for Nelson. He called Cameron's Body Shop. Cameron's offers 24-hour record service anywhere in the city.
4A Large Championship here on WBJS Owensboro. A knuckling kick will two-hop, and Gay picks it up at the 8. He comes ahead to the 10. 15 is tripped and still on his feet, but fights his way across the 25, but goes down there. Put him at the 28, and that's where Lafayette will have it on a 1st and 10.
Say what, Scott, it's the first field position other than the one play
for the Generals. 6:57 showing on the second quarter clock. Owensboro Davis County Hospital, one of your sponsors on WBJS, as Gay will keep it on the quarterback option, and he is drilled. He got a few yards. Vince Buck out there to make the tackle.
Oh, and they close that hole. Don't they close it in a hurry, Scott?
Very quick-footed quarterback. Reminds you of the Oklahoma quarterbacks with the quick feet, likes to run that option.
Here comes your counter, Scott.
Yep, out of the
here
eye.
It comes.
Now he's gonna. Who's got the football?
Number 9's got it. The old counter. Yeah, I saw it coming.
He got a couple of yards. I don't know if anybody could find the football. I sure couldn't find it. And then he stood around in the backfield, juking back and forth, looking for somewhere to go. And
it scores on a gadget play, you know. And you really start thinking that way after a while.
Slot to the right for Lexington Lafayette on the 3rd and 4th. The quarterback will keep it. Gay is short of the first down. He's tripped up by Dean Ewing. Ewing's back because they didn't stuff him in the backfield, but Dean still tripped him up. They'll put the ball down at the 31. They got him a generous spot.
They know it's 4th down.
They're going for it. The Generals will go for it on 4th and a long yard at their own 36-yard line. Putbacks behind Gay. The Red Devils jumped offside.
That's what they were doing, Scott. All they were going to do is go ahead and take the 5-yard penalty and get the offside. Major mistake by Owensboro there.
Maurice White was looking. Gay stumbles as he rolls to his right, getting some heat, but he's still on his feet now. Comes to the outside. He'll get about 5 yards.
Boy, he's an athlete, Scott. He reminds me of that kid at Georgetown had 2 years ago. He really comes down that line of scrimmage and attacks you.
He stumbled in the backfield, still somehow got to the corner. That's how quick this guy is.
I tell you what, show you how quick Owensboro shot. 3:59 and ticking too, Scott. You know, this time is really getting to be a factor. Owensboro's had the ball the whole game.
Lafayette looks a little confused. Now they'll sit down and run the play.
Oh, he rolled out the wrong way, Scott.
He rolls to his left. He's hit. He just threw it forward. Yeah, they're saying he threw it forward. Now, I'm looking for an intentional grounding call.
But
they're not going to get it.
There's the call. Where is it?
He just threw that ball in the dirt. He just dumped it straight down.
Oh, me. They got away with it. That time the quarterback rolled out the wrong way and just looked a little confused right now.
3:44 to play in the first half. Lafayette with a 3rd and 7. Faking the draw. Gay back to throw.
He's
got a man wide open. It's Johnson out at midfield. Buck drops him. He's short of the first down. At the 49. Well short of the first down by a solid yard. So the pass play is good for 6. As Gay found a wide open Johnson. Okay.
They just now dropped that. That was confusing them.
Clock shows 3:44. I think also they wanted the clock to be running here momentarily, and it was stopped. I'll be surprised if the Red Devils jump here.
No, I think they're just going to flat go for it here, Scott.
Johnson goes in motion. Monday goes with him on a 4th and 1. Long count. Still long. Gay still barking. Now he calls the timeout.
Yep, didn't jump, Scott. Now they're going to punt it. Barry Moore don't think they're going to punt, Scott. He's back. He's in there coaching right now. He thinks there's going to be a fake involved.
Yeah, he's got Monday back, but the other 10 guys will all be up on the line, or at least within 5 yards of the line. As a matter of fact, he's going to drop Phillips and Buck and Keenan Young, and they're going to play defense. They're expecting something shifty, I believe.
Well, I don't think that they're expecting to punt at all.
And to punt the football.
Nope, here comes the fake, and they got it.
They got it, and it's going to be for a first down to Coates. He's out to the 45. There was a fake. Red Devils expected it. It was a good play, and they only needed a yard. They had the Red Devil defense a little bit spread out. Shows 2:55 to play in the first half. Owensboro 12, Lafayette 7. The Generals at the Red Devil 45 on their best drive of the night, despite the fact they scored in a long play. Gay drops back, throws deep over the middle, has his receiver, but he drops it.
Oh, hit him in the wrong place, Scott. Right between the 2 and the 5, I tell you.
Shaw Pfister was downfield and so wide open, but he dropped it. And Gay put the ball on the money.
Scott, I tell you what, those 2 linebackers lined up for Newton and Carlos Phillips. Ooh, me.
It'll be a slot right with her eye behind the quarterback, Gay, for Lafayette, 2nd and 10. They fake the draw, straight back. Gay will throw it off for Johnson. He hit him in the hands, and he dropped it.
Scott, I think they're hearing a little footsteps coming up behind him because Johnson that time wanted to look around and check and see where Mr. Monday was.
And playbook, but if I was Lexington, I might make a quarterback draw here with this quick-footed quarterback.
I think you're going to see a quarterback run the football. I think they're going to try to get on the right corner here.
He's rolling out on the outside.
And they got it spelled out.
Johnson, Maurice White had it spelled out, but Johnson got around him. Johnson's to the 50, 45, 40. He'll be pushed out of bounds after he gets the first down to 34. Well, Maurice White had it spelled out, but he couldn't do anything with it. Johnson just ran right flat around it. And it'll be a first down at the 34.
Sure which way he was going to go.
Again, his coach has to run up to Gay at the last minute to get the play, it looks like. So the fullback now lines up, 1st and 10 at the 35. Gay rolls right, looks to throw, throws it off short. It's tipped by Maurice White and falls harmlessly to the turf, incomplete.
Tell you what, Maurice wants to beat that action now, Scott. He was a little bit embarrassed on that last play. The only way we can beat this defense is throw, and I agree with him.
Only problem is that was the only touchdown the Red Devils have given up in 2 years through the air. Gay drops straight back again, good protection. He's going deep. Throws it, and it's almost picked off by Vince Buck. It wasn't anywhere close to Johnson. I'm going to tell you, Phil Monday was on him, not Phil Monday, Keenan Young was on him like a slot right. Coach the fullback, runs for the tailback behind the quarterback, Gay. He's rolling to his right. Screen pass, comes back. It's underthrown. Was it caught or did it short out? No, it was incomplete, which is good news for Lafayette. They lost 4 yards. They tried to screen back to the end. Schultz on this side, but Scott Goodwin and Keenan Young were having none of it. And he's
going to have another fake punt here, Scott, I think, coming up, but I just don't know how they're going to pull it off.
It's 4th and 10. The punter, Wise is in there. Safe call. Coach has got running room. He'll be stopped short, though. Carlos Phillips was just following him through the interference and then dropped him at the 29-yard line.
Just as good as any. Just as good as any. That call is just about as good as you can come up with, Scott.
The Devils line up in the power eye. Monday goes to the tailback slot. Now the officials don't like something. They're calling a timeout, and they can't get a chin.
Kid has no idea that it's not unsnapped.
All right, ball from 29. They'll send Goodwin from the fullback spot in motion. Get on a little counterplay to Vince Buck. He gets about 3 yards. Oh, the Red Devils got away with one there because Goodwin headed toward the line of scrimmage.
I think he was moving a little north and south there, Scott. Just got away with it.
So 4 yards for Buck. The ball a few more times and put an end to the first half. 2nd down 6. Quick pitch. Phil Monday, left side, looks for running room, gets it out to the 35, up to about the 38 or 39. He's close to the first down. Clock shows 1 minute now and running.
Tell you what, Scott, it's
out of the power eye. Quick pitch. Vince Buck comes to the corner, looks for room. He's got the first down, but is immediately cut down to 42. So Vince got 4 on the carry. Really cut down good. And a good open field tackle. From the slot right, unusual formation now. Split backs in the tight end slot. Hume drops back, looks to throw. Getting some heat, steps up in the pocket. He was caught by the face mask.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. 2 seconds still showing on the clock. The Red Devils will get a chance to run another play. Hume tried to turn inside, and he was grabbed by the face mask.
I don't know why they didn't use that time.
Yeah, they had a time and a minute on WBJ.
When you need a remedy, you can go just about anywhere and get your prescription filled.